My dad abandoned me at birth, so I ruined his love life. My dad took one look at me the day I was born and said, "That ain't mine. Too ugly to be my kid." And just like that, he walked out of the hospital. Never signed a birth certificate, never paid child support, never sent a card, nothing. My mom, she raised me alone, scraped together pennies to keep us warm, skipped meals so I could eat. Every time rent was due, it was a war. And every time I asked where my dad was, she'd just look at me and say, "Gone." I turned 18 and decided I needed answers. I tracked him down, which wasn't hard. It just took a few social media breadcrumbs and a public record search. I knocked on his door one cold Saturday morning. He opened it and I said, "You're my dad." He stared at me for a few seconds, then said, "I don't got no kids. Get lost before I give you a whoopin'." Then he slammed the door. I could have walked away, could have swallowed it like all the other things he left me to choke on. But no, I wasn't leaving this time. Turns out, my old man was single. No other kids, no ex-wives, just a bachelor with a pension and a Facebook full of political rants and shirtless selfies. I did a little digging and found his type, the kind of woman he chased after. Fake blonde, heavy makeup, surgically enhanced if possible. So I found someone. I met her at 3 a.m. outside a liquor store. Told her I had a plan and $1,000 up front. She laughed and said, "Honey, for the right price, I'll be your dream girl and your nightmare in the same breath." Perfect. I coached her through it. What to say, how to act, what lies to tell. Within a few weeks, they were dating. Within a year, they were in love. My dad went full idiot mode with Facebook statuses, bad poetry, engagement photos with cheesy captions like "God gave me a second chance." He had no idea. At that point, I could have pulled the plug, watched her break his heart and leave him crawling through the same emotional gutter he left my mom in. But no, he deserved worse. But then, he proposed. She said yes, of course, but I told her not to marry him, told it that it was time for the finale. So we made a book, a little homemade scrapbook, leather-bound, clean font, nothing suspicious. And on each page, we glued a picture. One for every year of her, or should I say his life. Page 1, a little boy. Page 2 was still a boy, so was page 4, 5, and 6. All the way to page 21, where you started seeing the changes. Makeup, hormones, transition. By page 25 was the woman he thought he knew, the transformer. We wrapped it as a gift. She gave it to him over dinner, kissed his cheek, and told him, "I want you to know everything about me." He read it, page by page, didn't scream, didn't throw it, just sat there flipping paper with shaking hands, like the world was crumbling one photo at a time. I was watching through the window. Everything had led up to this moment. I had to see his reaction. My father, who once said I was too ugly to be his son, was now engaged to a woman he never would have stood in the same room with if he knew. The same kind of woman he trashed online. The kind he said should be locked up or put down. He didn't go to work the next week, or the next. He deleted every account, stopped answering calls. Last I heard, he was living alone, curtains drawn, house falling apart, like the coward he was. He didn't even get mad, because deep down, he knew what this was. Judgment, not for who the transformer was, but for who he was.